Welcome to Engineering Thermodynamics. I'm Professor Stephen Moore, and I'd like to spend a few minutes going over the course webpage, give you an idea of the structure of the course, and also the course syllabus. Okay, so when you first come into the course webpage, you'll land on the announcements page. Okay. Um, Over here on the left-hand side, you'll see a link for the syllabus. You click on it, and then you can click and open the syllabus. Then there's the course content. Okay. Now this is sort of where the main places where I'll be putting the material out for what you're responsible for each week. So this is really kind of tells you what you have to do for each of the weeks to keep up with the course. Okay. Then lecture slides. So as we go through, um, well, I'll post the lecture slides for each of the chapters, the homework assignments. And the homework assignments will be, submitted through Blackboard, and they'll be just, you know, a copy of your work of your solutions when you work through the problems. So here's the first one is just reading the syllabus, and then it says due by September 1st. But the actual due date of showing that you have some participated in the class is September 8th, but try to get this deadline. Okay. Hopefully we'll have everyone participated and we'll be fine. The next one, homework assignment 2, is not due for a couple weeks. Okay. Then you'll have the solutions. And right now I posted the solutions for homework assignment 2, and I'll post them prior to the due dates. And I'll give you, at least maybe several days to work to see the solutions first. Okay. I'll try to put them up shortly after I put up the assignments. So you can use these. The best way to use this is try to figure out the problems and then use them sort of as a reference, okay? All right. Useful links. So this is if I find some YouTube videos or some other websites I think are useful to help solving the problems. Handouts, if any handouts I have for the class, any hard copies, I'll just scan them in and then post them. And then discussion board, you can use this to ask questions of myself or other students in the class. You cannot use this for any quizzes or exams, okay? Those have to be entirely your own work. And that's about it for that part. Okay, for the course syllabus, so if you click on the left-hand side, the link on the left, and click on syllabus, you'll see that, okay? So here's the course information. Engineering Thermodynamics. It's going to be entirely online, so there are no fixed times where we meet. Here's the contact information. So we can do, if you can leave a message, send an email, and if we need to, if we can't answer the question, if I can't answer the questions through like email or through a phone call, then we can always set up an online meeting if needed. All right. Okay, here's the course description from the college catalog and course objectives from the college catalog. Okay, so these are some of the main things. Textbook. So here's the textbook for the course. You just have that one textbook, and you have some options. Okay. Blackboard Learn. That'll be pretty much how this course will be delivered. It's through Blackboard Learn. The only other thing on here is quizzes and tests. Okay, will be also part of this. All right. Okay, and the key one here is this course content link. Okay, this is the summary of the material you're responsible for each week. All right, grading, notations, academic engagement policy. So you have to show some participation, and the way I do it is if you go submit, you read the syllabus and then submit saying that you read it. That's worth class participation. Okay. All right, then final grade. So homework, you can work together with others in the class if you like. Doesn't really matter, or others outside of that. Quizzes and exams, you must work on your own. All right. Now, the way they'll work is they'll all be online. Quizzes and exams will be online. And quiz typically, I'll make it available, let's say 3 days. An exam, maybe 5 days. For each of these, the midterm and final exam. And then within that time, once you click that you're going to start, yeah, you'll have like an hour and a half for quizzes and 3 hours for exam. Although, I may increase that time. I would say that at a minimum, I'll give you an hour and a half, and at a minimum, I'd give you 3 hours for these. Okay. All right. So here's the grade breakdown from that, and you can get it through my comment.e. You can get your final grades. So late assignments, 5% per day. Solutions for the homework will be posted prior to that date, and they're just going to be based on whether or not you did it. So completion or attempt. Okay, so even if you haven't solved all the problems. So exams and quizzes, 10% for every hour late. So it's like 1% for every 6 minutes. You're a few minutes off. I'm not going to worry about it. All right. Okay. Attendance and participation, academic integrity. So here's kind of the key one. This should be the same for all your courses. This is the key difference. Is mine, you can work on homework assignments, but you have to do all the quizzes and exams on your own. Title IX, discrimination, harassment, sexual misconduct reporting. We have Title IX coordinator, and this is our academic dean. And so you can contact her if you have any of these issues. Incompletes. So for whatever reason or some extenuating circumstances, you're unable to complete the coursework or the complete coursework in the allotted time, or after 15 weeks, 16 weeks, whatever the last day is, you can request an incomplete. And then the incomplete is a few weeks, I forget if it's maybe 6 weeks or into the next semester, where you have to have completed all your work. It might be a little longer now, but it's, if I recall, it's 6 weeks, six to 10 weeks, I would say. Audit. So if you need an audit, you can do that. Just financial aid doesn't cover it. So withdrawal policy, this is one of the new things. Okay, so you have information on financial aid and advising. Get in here. 80% now. So 80% of the course, and you have to go through the registrar to get a withdrawal. So after 80%, you can't do it, but you may be able to appeal that decision if you need to withdraw further. Okay, but really you got to think about it as, here's the deadline. The deadline for withdrawal is the 12th of November. All right, so keep that in mind. Class cancellation, not relevant for us. Services for students with disabilities. So if you have some disability and require some kind of academic adjustment or accommodation, you can contact Joe Navarro directly. All right, and he'll work with me on that. Undocumented students. So if you're an undocumented student, there's more information on the website here, financial aid for undocumented students. And also, if you have specific questions, you can contact the Dean of Student Services office. Okay. Course topics, reading other assignments and time frames. And here's what I have for tentative schedule. All right. And in general, I think we've ended up chapter 8. Okay. It's possible we may go a little further and look into some of the other topics if we have time, but that's about it.